okay, you're that church person again. And you're saying, well, that teaches people to be barbaric and abusive. Well, but you haven't seen the context of how gods do these things. So you'd want to go to my queen, my queen, my queen. And when a god answers, say, I just want to understand how you help humanity to maybe fight back, fight against injustice, play Robin Hood vigilante with you, and be able to take their anger out on an oppressive or abusive planet, but very morally appropriate, very honor of justice, only doing what's right. Because yeah, when you talk about hell's pretty barbaric, but understandable when you listen to it. It all makes sense. So would God be a little barbaric on, against bad things? Well, of course. But with I do what's right and attack what should have never existed. Or I am God and you knew you did not have a right to do a lot of things that you did. So if I'm God and you don't have a right to do all the things that you're doing, and yet you have money and seem like you're benefiting when you're not a good person at all, how do I come in as God and make that right? Because God's would. And some of it, you can fight people face to face. And some of it, people are so slimy, it's funnier to fight them behind their back or as a ghost. Because they're slimy and underhanded when they do bad things to others. So it's appropriate in reap what you sow to dish it out the way they dish it out. Overly slimy and stab you in the backy, or two-faced, or whatever their preferences are. That's how you teach them the fear of God, the wisdom of why you have fear for God, or fear of God. The wisdom of why you don't do bad things, because you know something out there is always going to be on a mission to make it right. If you didn't go through my queen, my queen, my queen, and understand the greatness of God in these categories, then you wouldn't understand and think God's just very barbaric. But really, if you were poor every day and some rich person drove by you laughing every day, and then an angel walked up and said, "Hi, I'm an angel. You're a homeless good person. Isn't it really sucky that wealthy person drives by and laughs at you every day? Don't you want maybe some justice? Do you want to bring revenge with God? To feel empowered? To feel like you can fight back? To feel like you can lash out at people that had no right to do the things that they have done? And learn to be a bigger, better, hardcore, amazing giant that doesn't cower and wish somebody cared, but gets up and becomes strong, like a master of your own life, a master of your own empowerment, to walk with God and fight back until you feel like a man again and not a homeless loser." Like, there is a barbaric side to God, but it's because humanity deserves it. They're barbaric. Somebody was saying it, but amen. It's true. I'm sorry that you at this local church are not, maybe you like the passive side of God, and God's very passive towards good people. But they don't do bad things. So you want a good answer, a good passive answer against bad things. I mean, if you can come up with that out of your brain, but I don't think that would ever really happen.